Welcome to the Beer Search Party. This is Sean Inman with you. Now, I promised a few weeks back that I'd start reviewing some beers from the closest brewery to me, which is the Eagle Rock Brewery in Los Angeles, California, about 15 minutes from my place. And so here I am, finally. It's not all a bad thing. I got a really large amount of beer for Christmas, and I was working my way through my inventory. So no need to get some more when your fridge was already full. So I finally whittled that down a bit, and it's time to review some from my local. This one is Revolution. It's an XPA, an extra pale ale. It is one of the second or third beers that came out of the brewery. The first one was Solidarity, which was a mild, black mild. And this is an XPA that's 4.8, very sessionable. And as you can see, it's very light in color. Got a nice big frothy head on it, probably because of the poor way I poured. I really like their logo scheme on everything, as you can see from both the pint glass and the growler. Very cool design, modern, but also it's got that whole grain thing going on. I just think it's all in all cool. And their tap room, which is crowded every time, is great. Food trucks every night basically. So it's a wonderful place to go have a beer, have some crazy food, and just have a good time. So the XPA, without further ado. It's got a very fruity nose. The first thing that I get is sort of like a golden delicious apple, something in that sort of realm. The bitterness is there, but it doesn't linger, but it isn't watery either. Sometimes you get some of these beers, the reason why they don't linger is because they've got a certain lack of water. This still has a little bit of viscousness, a little bit of that hanging in there to give you a really good brew. And the hop aroma that I got off this, usually it falls into three camps for me. It's either citrusy, floral, vegetative, or really piney, tree-like. And this one falls into that middle category. It's got a somewhat odd vegetative sort of aroma to it, but it's not bad. It's really interesting. It's got a good amount of carbonation. Like I said, it doesn't linger. You don't have that burn, but you got a good fruity, vegetative sort of hoppiness going on, and then you get some really interesting just aromas off of it too. Now they have a bunch of other great beers. Jubilee, their Christmas beer is really good. The Equinox, which is a sour, I believe. Like I said, their Solidarity was the first beer that they did and is their most popular, I bet. And they recently won a gold medal at GABF for their in the Pro-Am category, one of the hardest categories to win, with Red Velvet, which was a collaboration with a home brewer here in the LA area. And they recently did a beer with Sriracha Rooster Sauce, which, not my favorite, but I'm a wuss when it comes to spices, so it's wasn't made for me, for sure. It'll be interesting to see what other reviews say about that one in the coming months when more go up online and such. So they're not willing. They're willing to experiment. They're willing to try different things, and they're getting some success for it already. I mean, a GABF medal in 1 year is pretty darn good. And they have got a nice lineup of beers. They also do a coffee one with Intelligentsia coffee. So, and that's an amber one, not a big coffee porter or stout thing. So they're really going out on a limb trying some different stuff. This is the Revolution, the XPA, a nice pale session beer for football games, basketball games, whatever. You can't really beat it. Thanks for watching and cheers. This is Sean with the Beer Search Party, beersearchparty.com.